Hey Cancer, Everlong Mystic here. This series, you're the first. Congratulations. And we're doing something new. We're doing gremlins. We're doing a gremlin bell. So I made up a new spread um, for the gremlin bell. And for those of you that don't know what a gremlin bell is, it's a bell that kind of attracts, it's supposed to attract gremlins, and then the ringing of the bell shakes them loose so they don't get in your stuff and cause havoc, kind of, right? So it actually kind of started with, I want to say was it World War II pilots with aircraft? They would have like these kind of unexplained things like that happened, whether it was mechanical, electrical, whatever, that would happen with their aircraft, and they would blame gremlins. It's like something, it was always something that was just kind of unexplainable, and they just said, oh, there's a gremlin. And then they had these bells that they would use to trap the gremlins and shake them loose before they would cause trouble, whatever. But anyway, a lot of the pilots came back home from the war, and a lot of them had motorcycles. So present day, you can actually see motorcycles that have little gremlin bells to trap road gremlins. The superstition is that the road gremlins are what cause the potholes in the roads from when the bell shakes them off and they bounce along the road, and that's what creates potholes. And that's superstition. It's kind of, you can decide if you think that's real or not or whatever. But anyway, that's the concept that I'm going with here. And so we have our bell, right? So we got the bell, and then I have a new deck of playing cards, just regular playing cards, but they're gremlins. So we're gonna put a gremlin in the middle of the bell. And basically this is gonna be kind of symbolic, metaphoric. And we're gonna take a look at your gremlin. And we're gonna look at a few aspects of your metaphorical gremlin bell. All right. Okay, cool. You're the first one, so I'm curious to see how this goes. All right, so let's take a look at your gremlin first. I want to see your gremlin. Okay, what is your gremlin? All right, so we have the Nine of Diamonds, which would be like the Nine of Pentacles, and we have a little Mogwai here, and he's holding two of your pentacles. It's almost like this is assistance. So I wonder if your gremlin has something to do with feeling like you need help. Or maybe relying too much on the help of others, or just thinking that you need help when really it's something you can do all by yourself, or you know what I mean? So this here is just clarification for the gremlin. And then we have Seven of Pentacles. So yeah. So yeah, so your gremlin, Cancer, is feeling like you need it's like feeling like you need something from someone else in order to complete a task or to get something done. It's like even here on this Seven of Pentacles, it's like Seven of Pentacles is normally, yeah, I've been working a lot, working on this thing, and it's kind of tedious. I'm getting a little tired, but you're gonna keep going until you finish, right? But here, this guy's like looking out, going, "Oh man, I don't know if I can finish this. I don't think I can finish this task. I don't think I can get there." You know, I think that's what your gremlin is for this reading here. All right. So this card here is kind of like what it's what strengthens your bell, because really this bell is like a it's a protective thing. It's for your benefit, right? So we're going to look at what can strengthen this bell. Ooh, nice. More pentacles, Cancer. So we have the King of Pentacles here. And what this is telling me is that, Cancer, the more in your life where you just freaking own it. I mean, own it. I don't mean like you have to buy everything or whatever, but I'm like, own it. Own everything about you. Own, own your successes. Own your failures. You know what I mean? Like, the more you own shit in your life, the more this protective bell strengthens. Incense is choking me. All right, cool. So this card here, this is the gap. This is that gap where the gremlin gets in, okay? So, and it's interesting because as far as the gap goes, it's like it's that area of unexplained. It's like the gremlins are basically blamed for unexplained havoc that happens to your stuff or your life or whatever, right? There's nothing you can really point your finger on. So it's like there's a gap. And what's also really interesting is that even like with ducks, the webbing on their feet, they actually call the gene that makes the webbing, the gap, it's called the gremlin gene. So interesting. So the gap. So how does this gremlin get in? And remember, this is the gremlin. All right. So how does the gremlin get in? And so we have 5 of Swords here. And I'm getting unfair advantage. Unfair advantage. And that would explain this here. It's like if you moments in time, like when you feel like like other people have an unfair advantage over you, and it's just like the way he's looking at these crows over here. It's like he's standing here, kind of like this 7 of Pentacles guy, and he's looking over at all those others. Like, man, it's not fair. How come it's so easy for them to do that? How come I can't do it that easy? It's not fair. It's like they have some advantage over me. And when you're in that mindset, that's that's how the gremlin gets in. That's how you start thinking, well, I can't finish this unless I get help from others because I just can't do it myself. So there's definitely a lack of a lack of confidence with something, so some aspect that is kind of that opening where the gremlin gets in. All right, so here is your connection to the bell. And this is your, like your overall protective. So how are you connected to the bell itself? Oh my gosh, 10 of Pentacles. This is really cool because it's like and I love that it's more pentacles because it's totally making sense. So the 10 of Pentacles here, this is finishing. It's like there is a higher level part of you that is connected to this bell, and it's like it's like that tiny little voice going, Cancer, you can do it. You can totally do it yourself. It's like, like that little nudge. It's like your connection to your bell is, I want to say, is connected directly to your higher self. That's really cool. So how do you use the connection? How do you use the connection to your bell? Dang it, Cancer. Okay, you have 5 of Pentacles. Dang it. You have 5 of Swords and 5 of Pentacles. So I could totally see how this gremlin of yours, this metaphorical gremlin of yours really can cause a little trouble in your life. And really, like, I mean, we need to know with these readings, these gremlin readings, that I mean, a lot of the times the gremlin's gonna be you or whatever. So this is a little shadowy, and that's okay. That's okay. So we have the Five of Pentacles here, and this is how you use your connection. It's like it feels like giving up. It feels like, well, actually, it feels like exaggeration is what it feels like. It kind of like, it's kind of like when you have one little mishap or something doesn't go your way, like with whatever you're trying to do, and it's like the emotion, like as soon as you detect the emotion involved with, potential failure, or, a snag, whatever, road hump, whatever, then it's like it just like zooms in to this Five of Pentacle energy where you're like, that's it, my hands are tied. I can't finish, I can't do it. It's like this kind of all or nothing kind of thing. And it's weird because it's the exact opposite of what this kind of higher self connection for the whole bell. So really, in order to really use this bell to your complete advantage, is to re-examine how you process the information or the emotions or the energetics that you are that's kind of like your go-to with your high, like your connection to your higher self. It almost feels like it's like it needs to be widened a little bit to let some of the other messages or emotions or energies in, so that it doesn't, so like this one energy doesn't feel so intense, so you don't actually feel like your hands are tied. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's almost like like when you feel that one thing, and it's almost like a trigger where you instantly, like, I don't know. Like, I think it just triggers some kind of warning thing in you, like a defensive mechanism. But anyways, so the last card here, Cancer, this is what knocks your gremlin out of the bell, which is cool, because that's what the bell does, right? The ringing of the bell, it kicks the gremlin out, right? And that's kind of what you want, right? That's what we all want with this gremlin bell. So what can kick this gremlin out? Oh, check this out. You got the Sun, Cancer. I'm amazed at this. You have the Sun. And Cancer, I don't know how many readings I've done for you where the Sun is like it's like the Sun is your benefactor or something. It's like I've done readings where you need sunshine. I've done readings where the sun is helping you to do something, like your connection to the actual sun is what kicks this out. It's like your connection to, and not just like the heat or the light or whatever, but it's also like the joy and the happiness. That is your connection to the sun is what kicks this shit out right here, which immediately alleviates this so that you can experience this Ten of Pentacles and you can be this badass King of Pentacles. It's your connection to the sun. That's what kicks out your gremlin. That is so cool. All right, Cancer. This is your message, and let's see. My criteria for a bonus is, I don't think you have a bonus here. Bonus message criteria is, I just picked all the scary cards. So, Tower, Devil, death, nine and ten of swords, and three of swords. And I don't see any of them here, so no bonus reading for Cancer, but I really like this, and I'll see you later. Oh, and don't forget to embrace your inner mystic.